It couldn't be a worse start to the day. We've intercepted an ominous-sounding radio transmission from an Argentinian Skyhawk.
We knew we'd been spotted, our position had been reported back to Argentina. We knew they were planning to come and attack us and broadsword. So it was very uncomfortable, but I suppose it had been a long time coming. But you still don't believe, you know, it's going to happen to you.
Hostile contact bearing 230, range 30, heading 270, speed 280, low level.
I detected a number of aircraft about 100 miles out to the west of the Falklands.
When they made their landfall on the Falkland Islands, they flew very low along the folds and the contours of the hills, and we lost them completely on radar.
So 4 fast-moving contacts bearing 200 degrees, 15 miles heading 270 degrees at low level.
4 aircraft sprang out from the land and came herring towards us about 12 miles to the south.
And it was 2 sets of 2 Skyhawks, so therefore we decided then to fight the battle with our CDAR.
Confirmed birds, hostile 1211.
We then lost lock because they were too low because of the landmass that was behind the aircraft.
The health broadsword. I think we're on our road, sir.
Broadsword had the aircraft in her missile sights with Seawolf, but Seawolf had a technical hitch and didn't engage. So she wasn't able to shoot those airplanes down.
Blind AWO, make track 1211 hostile. Confirmed birds, hostile 1211.
Yo iba del lado izquierdo y mi guía del lado derecho, y como no teníamos radar obviamente, el control lo hacíamos con nuestros ojos. A mí me tocaba controlar desde el frente a la izquierda y el guía del frente a la derecha.
Alarm aircraft, red 70! Engage with 4-5 guns. 4-5, engage. Shoot! All upper deck weapons, stand to and fire at will.
I was actually sitting in the torpedo magazine at the time, and I was looking through a NAFI catalogue. And at the age of 19, I was looking at a lawnmower in this catalogue, thinking, God, all the money I've saved, I can buy one of those and cut my grass when I get home. Fantastic. At which point the hatch came open.
Pete, we're being attacked. We're under attack.
I went, oh, right, okay, hang on a sec. I'll grab my camera and get some action snaps. You know, which is the most bizarre thing. And I walked round the corner and...
Fucking hell!
At that point, my war started. I've never been so scared in my whole life, and I hope to God I'm never ever that scared again.
Two bombs were delivered to Broadsword. One missed, the other one hit the sea and bounced up through her quarterdeck, destroyed a helicopter, went over the side, and exploded harmlessly in the sea.
Sir, birds affirm hostile 1211. 909 contact.
Seconds later, the second pair came towards me.
10 miles. 9.
Y le digo, a la izquierda están, así como estaba mirando, le digo, a la izquierda están al guía. Veo al guía, lo miro, y la maniobra que hace él es instantánea. Cuando escucha a la izquierda están, pone viraje a la izquierda violentamente buscando el blanco. Acuérdense que nosotros veníamos bien pegados al agua, rasante.
To engage with CDAR, achieved lock very, very briefly, fired my missile.
Birds affirm, hostile 1211. 909 contact affirmed. Then shoot the damn thing.
El misil Sea Dart necesita un tiempo para nivelarse e ir tras su blanco. Como los aviones argentinos ya estaban muy cerca del blanco, lograron pasar por debajo sin que éste pueda derribarlos.
But broke lock, and it went straight up in the air.
Bird miss, bird miss.
My boss ordered me over the broadcast to switch on this light and blind the pilots. Obviously, I've seen the war films before where they shoot the person with the searchlight, so I told him in no uncertain terms that I wouldn't do it. Fuck off!
4 miles.
Having heard the 4-5 guns start to go, and I thought to myself, they're actually throwing everything they can. And then I heard machine guns. And I thought to myself, Sea Dart didn't work, 4-5 gun didn't work, machine guns, everybody on the deck.
Go, go.
I then heard 2 thumps. It wasn't bangs, it was thumps, which now would appear to be the 2 1,000-pounders penetrating the port side of the ship.
Suddenly there's nothing else we could do, and there's a terrible hush in the ops room, and that seemed to last for a long time. And I said,
Hey, I told you to hit the bloody deck!
Completely lost all my hearing. Everything slowed down. Everything seemed rational. Everything seemed okay. I was no fear whatsoever. No worry. It was almost like someone had given me a day pass for a film they were shooting on a war scene.
The first thing I remember then was a terrific blast and heat, searing heat. I remember seeing total chaos and devastation in this compartment. People on fire.
The bomb exploded in a computer room, and the next thing I know is just this silence and the flash and the fireball rolling around the operations room searching for the oxygen.
The ops room imploded. The screen itself here seemed, in my eyes, seemed to melt in front of me.
My arm was alight. Literally my skin was alight, and I was putting my arm out with my left hand.
I tasted the rubber and the wire going down your throat into your lungs, because you're actually sucking in all the remnants of burning wires and equipment.
knew the computer room was on fire. I heard the guys in the computer room being burnt to death.
Someone help me! Please!
One of them was still trying to get out of the computer room, and I actually did crawl over to try and pull him up.
Please! Please!
But then suddenly, I found myself out of the starboard passage in clearer air. How I got there from 1 minute dying, suffocating, in the middle of the ops room, to being out there, I don't know. But eventually, I came to my senses much more. I felt the whole ship lurch to port. As an awful feeling that the ship was doomed. You knew it was a death throes of a ship. It was a movement you've never felt before of a ship at sea.
Every time I came to action, I always brought Tosh the torch with me, and this is the one time he didn't come, and he was still locked in my boot locker. I did think of going down to get him, but when I opened the door and it was just smoke, there was no way I could go back down 4 or 5 decks to try and find him.
Jump! Come on!
In the fresh air, I could feel that I was burnt and I was hurting. Adrenaline kicks in, it was very painful. I didn't know my back was stripped to skin then down to several layers, so it wasn't a thought, it was just survival.
Everyone was calm, everyone was helping each other put on their life jackets, their survival suits. And I watched this almost spellbound. I was in no hurry to leave the ship, but it was turning over very rapidly. The life rafts were pretty full, I could see them off the ship. And some sailors and some of the life rafts were shouting, "Come on," to me, "Skipper, it's time for you to leave." I was probably the last to leave. I actually walked down the ship's side, which by that time was almost horizontal, and jumped the last 2 feet into the water.
Aterrizamos en Río Gallegos, estaban columnas de mecánicos, los primeros 200, 300 metros con banderas saludándonos. Yo pensaba, mirá qué bien, estaban festejando el 25 de mayo, digo, contento que volvemos los 4 aviones, espectacular, bárbaro. Y cuando vamos a la plataforma para estacionar, vemos que hasta que el jefe de escuadrón viene a recibirnos y algunos pilotos. Yo no entendía nada, y yo como era el último avión, yo no me preocupé. Y cuando bajo, el jefe de escuadrón me maltrató. ¿Qué hizo? ¿Qué hizo usted, alférez? Yo le digo, el avión está en servicio, le digo, puede volar, no lo rompí, no hice nada. Le digo, está bárbaro. No, pero ¿qué hizo? Y ya me agarra de la solapa, eso no me lo olvido más. Así de la campera, de lo que le quedaba del chaleco salvavidas, y le dice, ¿pero qué hizo, señor? No sé. Me despeiné en el vuelo, le digo, ¿estás desilustrado? No tengo ni idea. No, ¿qué hizo? Acaba de hundir un buque en 20 minutos.